Okay. WYSIWYG. WYSIWYG. You know what WYSIWYG means? That means what you see is what you get. Everybody's talking about looking through like preview exposure in your camera with a mirrorless camera. Do you know what WYSIWYG is useless for? It's useful for professional photography. What do you mean it's useless? It shows me what the exposure I'm going to get. No, it doesn't. If you're using constant ambient illumination, or if you're using modeling illumination, which you're not using outdoors. Power packs won't let you use modeling illumination unless you got some super huge power packs, which nobody does that on location. They just don't do it. WYSIWYG. With ambient light, that's some bit useful. Yeah, that could teach a novice or amateur photographer how to illuminate. I always turn preview exposure and manual mode off. I always turn preview. I don't want to see WYSIWYG. I know what the hell I need to have for my ISO, my shutter speed, and my aperture. Do you know what WYSIWYG is useless with? It's like, well, people say, whoa, WYSIWYG, you know. You look through that viewfinder, you can see what you're exposed. Yeah, tell me how that shit works with a speed light or a studio strobe. It does not work at all. Hey, camera, show me what the exposure is going to be like when I pop off a speed light or a studio strobe. Does not work. No, it doesn't. No. You can chimp off the back of your camera after you take the shot. WYSIWYG. Everybody keeps talking about WYSIWYG photography. You know, everything is about lighting. When it comes to professional photography, indoor especially, absolutely and always, and much of the time with fill flash illumination outdoors, or depending on what the hell it is you're doing outdoors, that WYSIWYG is useless. Everything is based upon skills. So that big advancement you think you have in mirrorless is useless. It is only useful for ambient illumination. Even then, it's not entirely useful for ambient illumination. WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get. Yeah, that don't work if you're using a flash or a studio strobe. It does not. Please tell me again where technology helps you take a better picture. Technology! I recently got done watching a video that all these people pointed me to that was posted today, and was talking about, yeah, mirrorless is the future. Yeah! No, skills are the future. At least it's a future if you plan on being in business. You know, he's like, oh, look at me, I got a really expensive advanced camera. And it's like, yeah, but your skills suck ass. You know, I don't like the way you took that picture of my wife. You made her look like Dracula. You don't know where to place the lights. You don't know how to calculate lighting ratios. Everything is about illumination. Everything is about light. Light. All that advanced crap in your camera. Do you know that when a professional shoots a photograph studio shot, you know, they're shooting in manual mode? You know that, right? You know? And unless someone is like a Sears photographer and the exposure is always the same, unless it's a Sears photographer, they might as well glue the studio strobes to the floor. They never move. You always know what the exposure is. The exposure is always the same. Boom! Don't even have to even think. All you have to do is just point it and go click. Unless they're all using a light meter. And they're all shooting in manual mode. Where's your technology then? Your WYSIWYG is useless. Your exposure meter is useless. You know what your camera doesn't have? Your camera cannot calculate. See these studio strobes back here? Yeah, they don't communicate with any cameras. You know what these little things back here called studio strobes are for? They're for people that develop skills, and it doesn't take that long to learn how the hell to use one. Where to place it is another matter. That definitely takes longer. You have to learn the sort of modifiers, the grids, the umbrellas, the soft boxes, the octoboxes, where to place them, how close to place them, where to cause your lighting to fall to give the effect. That's the skills that take time. The technology, that shit does not help you when it comes to real lighting. When it comes to lighting, you've either got the skills or you don't. And your camera's meter is useless. 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 Oh no, but you can see what you get, really? No, that doesn't work with a speed light or a strobe. There's no camera out there that's going to show you What you gonna get with your studio strobe? No, absolutely not. Not until you take the picture and chimp off the back of the camera. It's like, I'm going to adjust something, and then you take another picture and chimp. It's like, you know what would have saved you a lot of time is you had a light meter, calibrate, and you went through and bam. And it's like, you set your camera, boom, you're right on. And then the first shot, you had them hold up a color checker passport. That way you knew that the color balance was right on when you went into Lightroom at the end of the day. Wow, man, that makes things easy. Sure does. Don't believe in hard work. I believe in smart work. Thanks for watching. Bye.